Dear students, welcome to the course on Marketing of Financial Services, Unit 3, Insurance. Today in this video, topic 3.5, we will try to understand what is motor insurance. Before we move to the contents of video 5, let me give a recap of what are the contents which we have already covered. If you remember, my first video has introduced you to the concept of insurance, wherein we tried to analyze various definitions and terms which can be used by the marketing student when they are going to pitch the products to the consumer. In subsequent video, that is video number 2, we move to the second important point which is related to principles of insurance. In video 3, we also tried to analyze what is life insurance, what are the types of life insurance, why should we purchase life insurance, and what is that all we need to see before purchasing an insurance policy. Then we moved to the fourth video where we tried to analyze what is called as health insurance, what are the types of health insurance, what are the benefits of health insurance, that is what we have tried to analyze. Then we move to the next point today and we'll try to analyze the next point today, that is related to motor insurance. In this video, the outcome would be the student would be in a position to understand what is motor insurance, what are the types of motor insurance, what is the basis of sum assured. We'll also try to understand what are the do's and don'ts for motor insurance and general advice for an individual or a consumer when he's going to make a motor insurance purchase. Let us try to understand the definition or the concept of motor insurance. Dear students, motor insurance is a protection to the vehicle owner against damage to his or her vehicle and pays for any third party liability determined as per law against the owner of the vehicle. That is the basic reason why we need to have an insurance for a vehicle, which will take care of damage, which will also take care of damage to a third party if it happens. Nowadays, third party insurance is a statutory requirement. The owner of the vehicle is legally liable for any injury or damage to the third party life or property caused by or arising out of the use of vehicle in a public place. Hence, third party liability is important, or third party insurance becomes a statutory requirement. Let us try to put this into a very simple example. Rakesh, who was driving on his two-wheeler, met with an accident, and he met with an accident with another bike, which led to an accident, and that another bike who was being driven by Ramesh was injured and taken to an hospital. Whatever are the expenses which are to be borne for Ramesh in the hospital when he got admitted, after the hospital, this entire liability would be taken care by Rakesh, who was driving the vehicle, and because of his vehicle Ramesh entered into an accident. That is what is called as third party insurance. To be very simple in understanding, motor insurance is protection of vehicle owner who has the ownership of the vehicle is against damage to his or her vehicle, or third party liability or third party insurance, in which case damage is caused to the person because of or use of the vehicle in public place. Because of these two major reasons, motor insurance is to be procured or purchased. From this slide, most important point is third party insurance is a statutory requirement as of today. Moving from the definition of motor insurance, let us try to understand what are the types of motor insurance. Broadly, there are two types of insurance policies that offer motor insurance. One, which is liability only policy, which is a statutory requirement, and there is a package policy which has a combination of liability only policy plus damage to owner's vehicle, usually called as OD. OD is damage to owner vehicle is called as OD cover. Remember that if you take only a liability only policy, damage to the vehicle will not be covered. Hence, it is prudent to take a package policy which would give a wider coverage, including cover for your vehicle. That means from these slides we can take two important things. One, there are two types of motor insurance. One is liability only policy and second one is called as package policy. But if you want to pitch a motor insurance, you should pitch a combination of both, that is a package policy to the consumer who is interested to purchase a motor insurance, which will definitely answer to your question that why I should pitch a package policy, because package policy gives wider coverage and includes cover for your vehicle too. So recommended would be a package policy which is a combination of both. Moving forward, let us try to understand what is the basis of sum assured when we take an example of motor insurance. There are two bases of sum insured. One is own damage, that is it is based on IDV, which is nothing but insured declared value. IDV is termed as insured declared value. This is the value which is arrived at based on the manufacturer's present value and depreciation based on age of the vehicle. Means the sum assured for own damage, if it is done on the basis of IDV, it will have two important points. One, manufacturer's present value, and second, depreciation, which is based on the age of vehicle. For third party, coverage is as per requirement of Motor Vehicles Act 1988, compulsory personal accident cover for owner or driver is also included. Policy can also be extended to various risks like personal accident to occupant of vehicle, workman's compensation to driver, etc. and above the cover available to him. Means third party insurance will cover a broader perspective when we try to understand insurance, motor insurance. So there are two bases of sum insured. One is called as IDV, insured's declared value, and third party which will try to cover or have a broader perspective of the cover. Understanding of motor insurance. Second, types of motor insurance. Third, what are the basis of sum assured. Let us try to understand what are do's and don'ts for motor insurance. If you look at the do's for motor insurance is in context to when you buy a motor insurance policy, you should know that you can buy this policy through anyone and there is no compulsion to buy it through vehicle dealer. This generally comes into picture when you go to showroom for purchasing any type of motor. It is generally forced upon by a dealer to purchase a particular insurance, but try to understand this is not compulsory. If they purchase, it is well and good, or an individual can purchase on his own. Whenever you purchase a motor insurance, you are requested to fill the proposal form yourself, even if the vehicle dealer is arranging for the insurance. When you are filling the proposal form, fill it very carefully and factfully and thoroughly. Whatever are the facts available or required, please mention those facts in that proposal. Keep a copy of completed proposal for your records. You need to have a Xerox copy with you. Before you fill, read the policy brochure, prospectus carefully to know what is covered and what is not. It is our duty to ask for information about add-on covers that may be available and choose what suits to you. You need to offer or provide documents such as registration card or book, permit, and driving license to the insurance company for verification. Please ensure that all the documents are updated and the authorities concerned are updated to the authorities concerned. Like there are certain do's for motor insurance, let us also try to understand the don'ts of for motor insurance. I repeat again, the don'ts are: don't let anyone else fill your proposal form. If you are not aware of any column, please ask what is to be written in the column. Don't leave any column blank. Whenever required, don't forget to renew your policy without any break. Don't forget to ask for correct procedure when you buy a used car that already has an insurance. And last, don't make false declarations about the actual use of vehicle you are insuring, because that will decide the sum assured and will further be responsible for the claims if required. We move forward to the last point of motor insurance, and now we'll try to understand what is the general advice for motor insurance. Dear friends, when you decide to buy an insurance policy, check that if the company selling the policy is registered with IRDI. We need to purchase policy only from the companies which are registered with IRDAI. Second, make sure you buy the policy through a genuine licensed agent or broker. Ask for identity card or license before you purchase motor insurance. One can buy the policies directly from the company. Here, it is requested that the insurer should read the policy brochures and prospectus carefully and get to know what the policy covers and does not cover. With this, we come to an end of the basics of motor insurance, wherein we try to analyze what is motor insurance, what are the types of motor insurance, what are the basis of sum assured, what are the do's and don'ts of while you're buying motor insurance, and at the end, I would conclude with the last point which we have discussed, that is a general advice for motor insurance. With this, I conclude my session on motor insurance.